So I've made it to Lancaster Canal. Been cycling for 2 hours. The bike seems set up a lot better, so I'm happy with that. Probably a few things to iron out. The gears aren't perfect. I can get the first 2 cogs on the front wheel and all the cogs on the back wheel. So I don't really need the third cog because of the weight on the bike. It's not proving to be a problem. I think the last time with the distance I travelled when I did a dummy run, I just overdid it. I've just done 20k. Nice steady pace, no rush. Luckily found my way. I nearly headed towards a railway track because you've got the railway track and then the canal. So I saw the bridge for the railway track, turned off to see if I could get on the towpath, and it was a railway. Luckily a train went past, so I knew wrong place, so I just moved over. A couple of minutes walking down the towpath, found a bench, so I'm just having a rest, a cup of coffee and a wrap. So feel good. Leaving's always difficult. For those people that don't know, it's nearly 10 days later than expected. Several reasons really. Bad weather. When I did the test run up to Glaston, the handlebar was just too low, so I ordered a new stem for the handlebar. That's really comfy now. It's at 30 degrees. I can move it to 40 degrees, which will lift it up a bit more. So that's comfy. Moved the seat forward, tightened everything up, took the front mudguard off because that was catching on the wheel. Left the back one on so it doesn't throw any water up into the bags or anything you've got on the rack. What I found, it's better not having a backpack on. I've put it on the back of the bike because your back just gets so hot and it's just so heavy. So that's the new stem bracket, door ends. Took the front mudguard off, and then I'm on the canal now. So here on Lancaster Canal, first night for wow camping. When I did a recce, train going past, when I did a recce, I didn't have a problem sleeping on the canal bank, and I don't think I'm going to have a problem tonight. It is early, so I'm going to hang around and have some coffee, but this is going to be where I'm going to camp, inside here. So I'm going to set up at the back. I'm going to set my hammock up because there's a few sticks and stones and weeds on the ground, so I'm going to hammock camp, that way I'm off the floor. This is the way in, and there's a lot of wood in there, so I'm going to bring the broken branches and just make it difficult for people just to wander in. I don't think anybody's going to wander in, but we're quite early. I'm not going to take the bike in yet. I'm going to bring wooden stuff here so it doesn't look accessible, and see what I can do with some of these branches. See if I pull them down or something like that, just to make it look like it's not a nice place to go in, and then camp at the back. So when I've got it set up, it might be in the morning I have to show you because I'm going to set up at dusk. So everything's in here ready to go. So the hammock and my tarp in there and the ridge line, so straight up, and then once I've got that up, then I can get my sleeping bag out my bag and get some sleep. So we'll see how we go. Wow camp number 1. So 6:30 in the morning. Gorgeous sunshine. Monday, clear skies. This is where Wow camped. That wasn't too bad. It was a bit cold, but it wasn't too bad. Glorious sunshine. And packed up. Took me about half an hour to pack up, which is too long. Got up 10 to 6. Start my day at 10 to 6. Nobody around. Going to walk towards Preston. Find a picnic area or something to have a shave, clean my teeth, and make some breakfast. A lovely day. Good start. So I've just walked 4 miles along Lancaster Canal. It's 41 miles in total, and I'm now at the Savick Brook and Ribble link. I'm pretty sure I'll follow continue following the canal because I think the cycle route that goes by the link takes me to a strange place, but I'm going to check that out later. So walked for just over an hour and I've stopped in this lovely area. The sun's behind me, so it might be difficult, but we've got this big lagoon for narrowboats waiting to go in the lock down here to go across the River Link. This is the connection that joins Lancaster Canal with the rest of the canal network. So far so good. There's no picnic tables, so I can't have a shave yet, but I'm going to make a coffee and make a flask for later, then do a bit of navigating, find out which way I need to go, and then jump on the bike and start pedalling. So this is Preston Dock. I'm heading across the dock now and then south towards Penwortham and head towards Chorley to pick up the well, I'll be following the River Ribble, and then once I follow the River Ribble I'll pick up the Liverpool Leeds Canal. So, doing alright, lovely day. Well, with that view behind me, I could be anywhere. I could be in the middle of France, but I'm not. I'm just near Walton Summit in Preston. This is the River Ribble, and I'm going to be following this to the River Douglas, and then from the River Douglas I can pick up the canal. So we have the great British countryside. On my way to Rufford, where we'll pick up Rufford Dock on the Leeds-Liverpool Canal and where the River Douglas joins it. But come on a private road and it's gorgeous. So canal number 2, the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. This is the Rufford branch. This takes me to the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. That'll take me down to the Manchester Ship Canal. Got 2 miles on the towpath. I think I'm going to walk for a bit because it's just grass. Nice though. Let's stop and rest for an hour. Might have a siesta. So off we go that way. Don't laugh, it's so I don't burn my head. Well, I'm having a bit of a picnic and I'm about to clean my teeth because I'm at gate number 9 of Rufford Branch Canal. So that's the branch Leeds-Liverpool Canal, the Rufford branch. And the reason that I've stopped and having a bit of a picnic is because this gate here is locked. So I had to take everything off the bike and climb over the gate. So because I've done that, I thought, well, I'll just have half an hour, but it is very hot today. So I've had a coffee, I've had a piece of cake, done some writing in my journal. Now I'm going to clean my teeth, pack up and carry on. I've got 2 miles along the towpath to Rufford. That's where I join the main canal. Walk up here, can't see anything, and then so you get to the top of the bridge, you can see the camp on the camp. So a lovely day, so I'm just going to have my divvy bag and sleeping bag there. It's been a scorcher today, really. Apparently the weather's going to change tomorrow. That's why I've draped a tarp over the bike that comes over this bench. I'm just going to do sleeping bag and bivvy on the bench. And I'm going to put the waterproof trousers on tonight because my legs keep getting cold, so I'm going to have another layer on my legs. There's not that many midges where last couple of nights there has been, and I've been bitten in the back of my hands and everything. So yesterday I nearly gave up. I was just knackered. A bit frustrated that I'd lost my way with the canals, because what I did, I was following the Bridgewater Canal and I was coming across to what's called the Weaver River Navigation, which that's it, just here. And checking the maps and stuff, I discovered that I could have just kept going on the Bridgewater Canal. I would have had to go through a few villages because the towpath, you can't cycle on it, but I would have picked that up and then come here anyway. So did quite a big detour, probably 20k detour. Had a lazy day today really. I did, I think it was about 28k. It's funny because my phone says it'll take 2 hours and it took me 4, so I'm probably doing about 4 miles an hour on the bike, but it is heavy and there's no rush. I'm taking my time, I don't want to injure my knees or anything. So yeah, I nearly gave up yesterday. I was a bit fed up. In fact, I got a message on my phone from Skyscanners. There is a flight to Thailand for £363 return, flying on the 1st of September. So very tempted, and still tempted with that. If it goes down a little bit, if I can get a check flights from here to Amsterdam to Thailand, but they're as expensive, so you could just fly from Manchester. So I could just fly from Manchester and go out to Thailand for a month, and then do a bit of mystery touring around Thailand, I suppose. But today's been a lot better, so I'm back into it. We'll see how tomorrow goes. It's only I think it's the 18th of August, so 5 days in, and we'll see how tomorrow goes, and we'll see how the weather goes, because if the weather's going to change, and if it's going to get windy and rainy, then obviously it's going to be difficult to wild camp. If that does cause a massive problem and I do get fed up, then I'll jump on the train back to Blackpool, book a flight. I've been dead lazy, just been here all day. That is a beautiful view. I've got people who are staying in this narrowboat here, and there's people in narrowboat just over that side as well. And there's a guy just pulled up in a narrowboat. So risking it really, but I am tramping it and being on a bench tonight. One thing I have done, I know this video is getting long again, is I've actually staked out the bike. So I've put stakes on the back and the front. Oh, that's Tate Chemical Factory. I've put stakes out on the front so the bike stays upright, it's still on its stand, and I've put the luggage elastics on the handlebars to the seat so that stays straight. So I'll be using that as support for the top. Anyway, waffled on as I usually do. We'll see how we go tomorrow. All depends on the weather. I do that a lot, don't I? Lots of midges. Depends on the weather. So good night from Northwich. Afternoon, 1:10 on the 21st of August. I've been here before, 2 years ago. I've just passed Blue Water Shopping Centre. This is the A2. And I've just come up quite a steep hill to a bridge over the motorway, where last time I was here, I went over the bridge, it was the wrong way. And I'm going along the A2. And the good news is, I now know for about 3 miles it's all downhill. I remember this bit from last time, apart from dodging glass and the wind from wagons from the A2, because you go quite close although you are segregated, it's all downhill. And then I should come to the Swan Hotel where I can top up the water, probably have lunch. Either noodles or cup of soup for lunch. So I'm off that way.